Still in Khartoum, in Sudan, where the Nile River splits up, and it's 7:24 in the evening. Going to take a sunset cruise over the city and hopefully not get hit by lightning. Full throttle, wheel brake off. Left rudder, 60 knots, 70, 80, 90, 100 with rotate, and climb out smoothly at 110, gear up. 7 degrees, 6 degrees, and it's quite correct. I did not get permission to take off. It's quite correct, that was an oversight on my part. Sorry about that. I'll continue with the flight though. I was thinking about other things. There you go. So, same flight plan as before. We're going to head down the left, heading south down the Blue Nile for a few miles. And isn't it wonderful how the city transforms as evening falls? Let's look at the right wingtip. See the patterns, the main roads, playing fields, everything looks different. There's a playing field down there. And of course the spectacle of the sunset is awesome indeed, with the lightning storm, just as we experienced in Sri Lanka. Thunderstorm with lightning, I should say. Spectacular colours. We'll be coming back towards the sunset in a couple of minutes. Awesome. Inspiring. Okay, a few miles out from the next turn point. First turn point, I should say. So it's industrial park on the other side of the river. Now I think it's the second grouping of lights on the right coming up, maybe the third one. Not the first one. Yeah, I'd say it's the third one. Beautiful grey in the clouds, look at that. Many shades of grey, you might say. Sfumato, as the Italians would say. Yep, here it is. These white lights indicate the industrial estate. and momentary flash of lightning reveals the buildings. Fantastic. Now very hard turn, about 100-degree turn to the right. Head for the dam. Wow, look at that. Very special. Let's look to the north. Fabo. Now, pretty dark down there because there's no habitation just in that particular area. See the stars starting to peek through the clouds too now. If you're a fan of astral navigation, not astral projection, astral navigation, you can navigate by the stars if you're so inclined. Which is, of course, something that some aircraft do. They have astral navigation kits. Australia's F-111s, part of the fleet, used to have those kits. And of course, mariners, people who spend a lot of time at sea, it's a pretty essential skill set for them. Look at the greys against the pinks there. Very painterly. Okay, coming up to the dam, get the speed up, and can we see it? Yeah, I think we can see it just off the nose actually. Come left a bit, yeah, you can see the road's coming down. Let's get the wind camera on it. Road comes down, takes a bit of a dog leg and goes across the top of the dam. Follow the street lights. Very nice. And there it is. So I guess the water must be flowing north by the look of that setup. Okay, there we go. Back up to the north, Khartoum, and bridge just north of the city. So we're on the White Nile now. Let's climb a bit actually. Go to that GoPro number 6. Let's go up to about 5,000 feet. Maybe we'll go above the clouds momentarily, why not? Let's do that for a change. Just do a steep climb. 320 knots, or about 30-degree climb. Just briefly duck above the clouds, see what it looks like. 270 knots. Entering cloud layer now. See how high these things go. Now 250 knots, I'll drop back to 20-degree climb. Full throttle, 230 knots, and yep, we're getting above the clouds at 13,000 feet. Look at that! Wow, that was worth it. Worth it actually to see that. So the sunset's over there. Level off at 16,000. There we go. Let the speed pick up again. And what a great view. Let's get the left wing tip camera onto that. Oh, it's looking inwards, of course. There we go. Spectacular. And right wing cam should show us Khartoum coming up down there through the clouds. And we can even see the just obscured by clouds is where the river splits. Okay, let's take a dive back down to low level. Watch the speed on the dive because we might exceed our maximum speed. We're doing 380, throttle's right back. Still accelerating, 400 knots. 5,000 feet. Okay, I'll ramp up the throttle. 400 knots, 3,000 feet. Very cool. Back at the north edge of Khartoum now. Just drove up a couple of miles more to this bridge. Look at that. Wow. It's like a fairyland. Christmas. It's like a Christmas diorama. Nativity scene, you might say. And here is our bridge, right there. Yep. Notice how it turns north. There's this dog leg on the east side of the river. Quite distinctive. Cool. Let's follow this main road back down to the city and land. Make sure it's slow up because they probably want us to land on runway 18, I would think, which is the way we're going. Let's find out if they let us land.
Khartoum Tower, make 0077 miles north, 2,700 feet to land. Make 007 Khartoum Tower. Altimeter 29.83 with 207 to 20. Fly straight and runway 18. Make 007 with 207 to 20. Clear to land runway 18.
Oh, apparently all is forgiven.
Clear to land runway 18.
Okay, gear down. Flaps down. See if I can land on that camera view. Just for something a little bit different. Maybe this one. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's try that one. Get to see some instruments. Although the angle's a bit off-putting, I have to say. So if I'm lined up now at 18. It should be able to manage it. Let's try it. Okay, 160 knots. At least I can tell I'm on heading from my instruments. That looks a bit weird from here. Okay, 140 knots. got 3 greens, flaps are down, gear is down. 130 knots. Pretty happy with that. A little bit low on the, according to the Pappy. Crossing the threshold at 110, so I'm going to add a bit more juice as we settle. Looking pretty good actually. That was blinding. Settling, a bit more juice. We always lose speed at this last. Yeah, we're a bit slow. Anyway, it did touch down a bit slow, and yeah, pretty wonky. It's hard to steer from that view actually, compared to this. Not real aviation advice. Do not try this at home. Anyway, good fun, and some spectacular sunset scenes. This is a reminder of how close the airport is to the city. It really is right next to these hopefully commercial buildings. I hope nobody's living there. It'd be pretty noisy. But anyway, makes for an interesting sight picture when you're landing. Cool.